41 in-house dogs. At about this time last year, the adoptions at the shelter decreased by 13%. You can visit beavercountyhumanesociety.org if you would like to adopt or apply for foster care. The United States Marshals Service from the Western District of Pennsylvania and the Pennsylvania State Police finished an operation to investigate sex offenders. According to a release from the United States Marshals Service, Operation Always Watching conducted 374 compliance checks on registered sex offenders from February 25th through March 10th. The opening of 13 criminal investigations was accomplished for those who broke the law. According to a release from Senator John Fetterman's office, Fetterman introduced legislation to pay off outstanding student meal debt directed by the United States Department of Agriculture. The department will receive authority to buy food to put in food banks. The department will also fully pay for breakfast or lunch programs that cost schools debt. Almost 500,000 children who have food insecurities have debt totaling nearly $234 million in the state of Pennsylvania. Congressman Chris DeLuzio spoke this week about the incredible redemption story of Brunton's dairy farm after an unthinkable fire ripped through parts of their farm.
I rise today to celebrate a Beaver County staple rising from the ashes and rebuilding after a tragedy. The Brunton family has been milking cows on their Independence Township dairy farm for 7 generations. They embody Western PA values of hard work, deep roots in the community, and connection to the land. That all went up in flames in October of 2023 when electrical failure sparked a barn fire. It was a major loss. 6 cows didn't make it out in time, and the family and the entire community was heartbroken. But the Bruntons, they're Western PA tough. The community rallied around them to rebuild. And now, 15 months after the fire, Brunton Dairy Farm's milking operation is back up and running. The new barn is packed with state-of-the-art technology and things like robotic milkers, and the cows have come home. It's a classic Western Pennsylvania story of toughness and resilience. We know these stories, and I'm so glad to join the Brunton family and all of Beaver County in celebrating their big-time comeback.
That audio was courtesy of Congressman Chris DeLuzio's office.
Here's the Beaver County forecast.
Mostly sunny today. We'll see a high near 78. Partly cloudy tonight. We'll drop down to a low around 55. Cloudy and breezy tomorrow with rain expected off and on throughout the day and evening, along with the possibility of some thunderstorms. Look for a high near 72 and a low around 59. And more rain and gusty winds expected on Sunday. We'll reach a high near 67 and a low around 35. I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
On this Friday, March 14th of 2025, at 10 minutes after 9, we have got a temperature of 46 degrees currently in Beaver County. That's a look at the news for now. I'm Noah Haswell on 99.3 FM and AM 1230 WBVP, also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
Are you ready? It's time to find out what is on the mind of Eddie Crow. It's something to crow about on Beaver County Radio, 99.3 FM and 1230 WBVP. Now, here's the host of the show, Eddie Crow.
One of my most dreaded weekends of the year is this weekend, and I didn't know. That's how much it's not a part of my life. I had no idea this was the weekend. The St. Patrick's Day throwing up green, celebrating. Even when I drank, and this isn't a lecture about drinking. It's a lecture about wrapping up a bender of a weekend for an entire region and base it on history. It's St. Patrick's Day. So? St. Patrick's Day, you know what you should... Corned beef and cabbage. I get it. Drinking yourself stupid... I also kind of get that. Drinking yourself stupid because it's a certain weekend... Everybody's Irish this weekend. And I say this as somebody that's part Irish. And I literally, it's not an issue in my life, so much so that that I even knew it was happening, but it's happening. So happy St. Patrick's Day. I was going to go over, I had plans, and now those plans are gone because those plans included having to drive through Pittsburgh. Through the city. And it's like, nope. St. Patrick's Day for media, depending on the media somewhat, but in general for media, specifically if you work at a media outlet that bask in the glow of that, those reporters didn't get those green ties for no reason. St. Patrick's Day is brutal because you're the only sober people. And we would get sent down there, and I got sent down there by multiple different places I worked at over different times. And it historically, what's the, consistently the worst gig? What's the worst annual gig? St. Patrick's Day. Because if you weren't, and you probably know this, if everybody around you is drunk and you're drunk, it might be okay. But if everybody around you is drunk and you're sober and working and just want to get it, it's not okay. 724-843-1888. Just give you a heads up right out of the box. Starting today in some parts of the country, maybe for us over the weekend, Mother Nature's going, oh, you want to have a St. Patrick's Day party? All right, yeah, go ahead. Erp in the gutter. I'll take care of it. I'll wash it down. More than 100 million people in this country. There's a storm a-brewing. It's starting today, like I said. Multi-day systems threaten. Check this out. This is biblical. This is biblical stuff. The only thing they left out were locusts. A sprawling multi-day system threatening fires, blizzards, tornadoes, and floods. We need the frogs. We need the locusts. We need weather forecasters that just got on fire. Scientists said the storm's strength and potential for impact is notable. Okay, just a heads up. Severe weather is likely this afternoon through early Saturday in the Mississippi Valley and lower Ohio valleys. Friday afternoon, it moves. Saturday morning, comes towards us, damaging winds. National Weather Service forecasts strong winds, heavy-duty stuff. Well, the one dude that's left. 724-843-1888. It's Friday, and if you're new to listening to this program, first off, thank you. Hello. It's 9:15. I'm sitting in the Pride Transportation Group studios. Something to Crow About is the name of the show, and my name is Eddie Crow. See how it all ties together. On Fridays, it's a little bit less angsty. But if you want it to be angsty, yeah, we can talk about politics. We can talk, we can talk about the money that almost made it to Elon. I believe it was from the State Department. We can talk about all that, and I am prepared to talk about all that. You want to talk about the Postal Service? Remember that guy? DeJoy, right? Lewis. He got stuck in there, and everybody said, oh, this dude's going to be the first to go when the purge comes. And he was not, and he's still hanging out. And he told Congress he made a deal, which I didn't know that gig had that power, but right on. The U.S. Postal Service has informed Congress that we came up with a deal to work with Doge. Did ya? Okay. The plan is to cut 10,000 postal workers. And I'm not going to talk about not getting your bill on time, and I'm not going to talk about that's going to slow up the service of the Postal Service. And no, I'm not. I am going to point out that mostly in rural America, there are a lot of people that get their life-saving medication delivered by the Postal Service. Just telling you. And when you already have companies, my phone company is glorious for this. I don't do auto pay anything. I get a paper bill. I write a check. It's the only way my brain can translate that it's taken care of, okay? I get my phone bill typically 1 to 3 days before the phone bill's due back. All right, that's designed skeevy. The Postal Service, people say, well, it shouldn't lose money. The Postal Service, do you hear the second word? Service. It's not supposed to be run as a business. Benjamin Franklin, we don't read. Former teacher of mine posted the reading levels. He wasn't a reading teacher, but he posted the reading levels of this country. And a whole lot of where the reading levels in this country ain't particularly good. Same parts of the country that get their medicine by mail. There was another incident of somebody trying to hold a town hall, then scurrying away like a startled possum on a porch. That's going to continue. That's going to continue, and it's not going, and I'm not happy about it. I don't want people to be angry. I don't want people to be unemployed. It's St. Patrick's Day weekend. I want everybody to be a happy drunk, not a ticked off drunk. Happy drunks are fine. The ticked off drunks, but a whole lot of town hall meetings have descended into chaos, is the phrase. And that's going to continue. And I think I found a new name for my band. There is something called Recession Brunette. Okay. Hello, we are Recession Brunette. And we're angry about the economy. A Recession Brunette. And I've seen this. Matter of fact, I see this fairly often when I'm driving through downtown Beaver. That's my commute. Recession Brunette is when the lady's hair is all blonde except for like an inch in the very middle where it's grown out enough you can see the original color. Kind of like a skunk stripe. And you've seen it. And I'm saying, oh, my roots are showing. Well, roots are showing big time. It's called Recession Brunette. And it's because they're torn between getting their hair dyed and the daily intake of $11 coffee. Sympathy? No.
Listen to 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA this Friday morning in the 9 a.m. hour with guest attorneys Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly, and George. Attorneys LGKG specialize in auto accidents, workers' compensation,